Well, hello, fellow traders. Welcome to Trade of the Day with Rob on this fine Monday, the 24th of February. Can you believe 2 months is almost over in 2025? For those of you who don't know, most traders lose money. And if you're unsure, you probably shouldn't even be trading. Don't forget, trading is risky. Let's go and have a look at the trades and let's go and see what we've got on the cards for today. You've gone through the weekend, you've gone through Friday, you've got out of your trades on Friday afternoon, most of them, hopefully, and you're looking at what you can do for the week. Well, if you watch my last video, you'll see I gave you trade of the week and we've gone through the trades for the entire week. It's the first one, it's episode 1 of that. I don't normally do that, but I've started adding that to the system now. So that was on the weekend, but now we're looking at trade of the day. What are we going to do in the short term? Look, we're position traders, we're swing traders, we take 4-hour trades. So our trades could be in for longer than a few days. They could be in for a week. They could be in for 4 hours. Who knows? But at the end of the day, it's all about looking for the trades and taking the good ones and not taking the bad ones if we can help it, because the squiggly lines, as you know, are a high probability trade, because trading itself is a 50-50 game. And you all know the strategy. And if you don't know the strategy, and if you haven't watched my videos before, then you've got to go back to my previous videos and go and have a look at the strategy. Go and listen to the strategy. It's always at the back end of the videos, but not today. Today, this is trade of the day. We're just doing the normal. Now, I left the New Zealand dollar, US dollar buy in. I didn't close it over the weekend. I didn't like to close it over the weekend because the members chose this trade on the live show, while you chose the other ones as well, most of them. We're trading this account together. As you know, this is our A-team account. This is for the team. I didn't want to close this trade off because I know you guys like this trade. You want it to go long. So let's just leave it and let it play out and let it get to some decent profit target level. But on the history side of things last week was very much a green week. Euro US dollar buy went well, but it was also a trailing stop. So we were actually targeting about $400. We made about $260. It's not too bad. The one Japanese yen, the same thing, trailing stop. Then the Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar last week sort of broke even. Euro dollar, Canadian dollar, trailing stop. US dollar, Japanese yen, trailing stop. So, you know, while it was a pretty green week, you would have made the same if you were scalping anyway. So we're not scalpers, we're swing traders, but we do trail our stops in the strategy. And that's what happens when you move your stop loss up sometimes. If you don't move your stop loss up, you could end up with a lot of losses behind you. Let's have a look at the trades for today and let's see where we're going. So we're staying long on the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. This is still a long. You can clearly see it's in the structure. The structure's good. It's pointing to the upside. So we'll stay in the long trade on the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. On the Euro US dollar, that remains a buy as well. We've got this correction coming in here, a bit of a turnaround here. Look, there's a lot of buyers coming back into that candle, but I'm not too concerned about that. What it could do is come down to these levels down here, take this money and go up, or it could just continue on to the upside and hit the resistance level. So we remain on a buy call on the Euro US dollar as well as the Great British Pound US dollar, or as some people call it, cable dollar. But cable. But yeah, that's just a fancy name. And as I've said to you guys, it's all very well going on courses and learning how to trade and learning all these fancy terminologies, but they're a complete waste of time to you if you're in this to make money. What you need to do is learn how to make money and how to use the strategies. So anyway, Great British Pound, US dollar, we remain pretty long on that trade. Now, our trade of the day is Euro Great British Pound, Euro Great British Pound long. We're taking this trade long. This is, well, one of the trades of the day, let's say. It's broken through its trend resistance. It's heading to the upside. It's coming off the bottom. Looks like a good trade to take. So I would say we can take a nice long trade on this with a view to it getting us up to a reasonable level higher up. So I think what we'll do is we'll place an order on that for those of you guys who don't know how to place an order and how to work out your stop loss. So on this account, it's a $25,000 account. What we're going to do, we're going to look at a 1% risk per trade. Every trade, same risk. I always tell you that's the strategy, the same risk on every trade. But how do we work out the risk? What we do, we look at an invalidation area. Where would this trade be invalid to me? If I was to look at it and say, if the trade gets to that point, I'm going to call it kind of invalid to me. It's no longer valid. It's broken back through this level, and it's probably going below these lows. I'll say 82.6 is a good area to put my stop loss and say, well, that would be an invalid trade to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say 82.6 over here and say that's where I want my stop loss. But I don't want to lose $490. That's my estimated loss. 400. I want to lose 250 max. So we've got to change the lot size. All you've got to do is go down to the lot size, drop it down. There you go, 245. If it gets down to 0.82600, great. So now we know that if it drops to that level, that's how much we'll lose. And then we can go and have a look at take profit. Where do we want our take profit? We want our take profit somewhere up here at the 0.84 level. Let's take it and put it all the way up at the 0.84 level. That gives us a $642 profit against a $244 loss. That for me is a good risk to reward. I'd be happy with that kind of profit. And then all we do is we say it's a buy and we place the order. Boom, there she goes. And the order's in. Now we own Euro, Great British Pound, and we leave that swing trade on the go. That's how you take your trades. Very easy. That's the strategy. Now we wait and see what happens. And we don't have to watch it. We don't have to. It's not 5-minute candles. We don't have to sit here and hope and pray that it goes in our favor. US dollar, Canadian dollar, I am still calling a sell. It's moving to the downside, and it's giving this little pennant. It probably could resolve to the downside still and give us a bit of a move down to the 140. So if you are still short on that, leave that short. US dollar, Japanese yen, I've called it a buy because it's bounced off this support level and it's bouncing out of that support level. Let's see if it breaks through that trend resistance and gives us a clear signal to the upside, and then you could possibly get in with a buy on that. So that looks like a pretty decent trade. What about gold? How does gold look today? Gold, I'm looking for the round figure of 3,000, so I'm staying long on this. There's a long bullish trend on it. It's moved out of these areas here. It's giving us a bit of a flag pattern, should resolve to the upside. Let's say it goes long, gives us 3,000. Then people will look at the round figure and say, well, it's reached its target, and probably give it a bit of a correction. But for the time being, I'm still very bullish on gold, looking for a long trade on gold. The US 500, we got out of this trade on Friday as it was going against us, and as well as the fact I don't hold indexes long over the weekend. It should be in the history here. There it is in the history. US 500, we had it as a buy. We got out early. We had a target $250 stop loss on it, but it was the end of the day. It was the weekend. It was getting close to the end of the day, and I got out at 60.60 early. I got out early as I just don't like to hold indexes long over the weekend. If you're holding an index short over the weekend, nothing could go so gargantuanly good that you wake up on Monday morning broke. But if you're going long on the indexes, you wake up on Monday morning, things could have gone very pear-shaped over the weekend. So we don't hold indexes long over the weekend where we can help it. I very seldom take a chance even on the currencies. But on this currency, I just decided to take a chance on that one currency. You'll see all the other ones have gone, and all the other ones went out on trailing stop loss. And that's one of the reasons I moved the trailing stop loss up close behind those trades. Is because it was Friday, because it was Thursday, because it was really late in the week. And when it's really late in the week, I don't mind if those trades get taken out in a good, decent profit, and we can walk away for the weekend and look again for the new week. That's normally the best way to do it. Germany 30, the DAX. The DAX is still looking like a buy. Could come down, take the money here as well, and head on to the upside. Then JAP 225. Take note, guys, we're looking at this on the H4. JAP 225 is also looking like a bit of a buy. The Brent crude oil. The Brent crude oil has gone short. It has gone down into a sell. So it's turned around again, but watch out for this level here. Watch out for these bottoms. It looks like a double bottom. If it breaks through here and carries on down, we're looking at a sell down to the 70. So it looks like this bearish momentum is going to continue and take it down further, perhaps all the way to the 70. Can you imagine? All the way down. Aussie dollar, I'm still in a buy. Euro, Japanese yen, still in a sell. looking at keeping that at a sell at the moment, but do be cautious of this level here. It's in the level. If it breaks to the upside, it's going up. If it breaks to the downside, it's continuing down, but it's in a bearish trend. So we'll just keep that in mind. The Bitcoin US dollar is very much in the middle, going nowhere. I'm not happy to trade it either way, but I am bearish on it with a sell. And I've stayed on the sell for quite a while. A lot of you guys have asked me to sort of give you more crypto trades and to look at the crypto trades, and I will start doing that a little bit more. I'm not a big fan of crypto because I do believe it's fresh air, so it's not something I would invest in, but most certainly will trade it. It's got lots of volatility and it's worth trading. My opinion on it at the moment is still short, and I'm waiting for a decent correction before you can actually get into it with some kind of a decent level. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar is actually a buy at the moment. It's broken through here and it's come back, retested, and it looks like it's going up. You're going to get a good buy out of the Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar. Then our next one is euro dollar, Canadian dollar, euro dollar, Canadian dollar. That definitely does look like a buy as well. It might come back, retest here, and head on to the upside. So that one's not looking too bad either. We did the Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. Did we do the Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar? That's a sell. That's definitely a sell. Looks like it's coming down, but do be careful. It's bounced out of this trend support. That could give you a bit of a buy back up to the top there. So no trade there at the moment because it's in the middle. It has bounced off this trend. The trend is getting closer to the resistance. It's more bullish than bearish. Actually, this one JPY, as very much, it was such a big sell. It worked out really well, was a good trade, but now looks like it wants to become a buy. Let's just let it break through this little short-term resistance level, out of this support level, get above there, and give us a long trade to the upside. Guys, if you want a free Forex book, drop down to the description, get it there. If you want one of these Funded Trader Markets funded accounts, then you can drop down to the description and get in the link in the description as well. Get your discount. It does appear that funded accounting does work if you get your profits out early and you don't leave them in there. For those guys who don't have $100,000 to trade, it's not the worst thing to do. Because a lot of people have asked me, can you make money out of trading? Of course you can, but it's like any business. If you don't have any capital to put in, how do you make money out of it? You need capital to make money. You don't make millions of dollars out of $100 like people are telling you. That's all not true. So you need some capital to start trading. If you don't have the capital, then these funded accounts can really help you out, and they can really send you in the right direction if you need that. Guys, go and watch my previous videos so that you can get a little bit more about the strategy, because the strategy is more important than the system. These systems and these squiggly lines, this is not what makes you the money, guys. What makes you the money at the end of the day, as I always tell you guys, is the strategy and the business plan. That's what makes you the money. This doesn't make you the money. All this does is give you a high probability trade, which you need. We all need a high probability trade at the end of every day. Guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to come back next time, and I'll be back tomorrow morning for another trade of the day for the members. See you there, and don't forget we've got the live show tomorrow as well, live, and I'm moving it till 11 o'clock, so it's a little bit late, or 11 o'clock GMT +2, that's a little bit later in the day for some of you, so that some of you can still get on board and you're not still in bed when I'm making this show. See you tomorrow, guys, and thanks for everything. Cheers, chat later, ciao, bye.